Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Nvidia, AMD, and Tesla. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Been using these guys for years, best in the business. If you're an active trader, check these guys out, cobratrading.com. Alright, let's get into Nvidia. Volume today, let's pull this down, was 15 million on the day. It was 1.86% up, or $3.56 green. Nice run in the last 2 weeks or so, attacking double top and continuing on its merry way. We have an upper trend line here connecting this high to that high. It's going to be resistance as well as 200 even number. And I got two more areas too as well, 204.36 and 211.77. We are going into the earnings season, so for this one it could go to 250 or it could fall down to 135, which would be a target 200 MA on the daily chart if we were to pull back. But support here, big line will be this trend line connecting all the lows here. That will be big support. If this comes down, cracks this area here and gets below the 50 MA and confirms, you're definitely going to fill this gap, hit the pivot, and then come down to this low, and then possibly still come down to gap window here if this thing gives it up. Remember guys, this was stock of the year, hyping it up, upgrades galore. It's AI, it's Nvidia, it's got to go higher. But let's go to the weekly. Weekly trend, still great guys, still intact, uptrend, but man, when the stock moves this high, it's got to have a pullback here guys. Weekly chart into this upper trend line, 200 could be the magic number, like I said, 204.36. If this thing comes right back in next week, then we'll be watching for the 20 MA target on the weekly, which is 163.19. If this thing really starts to go, this is where the breakout occurred guys. It could come right back down and test these lows down here, so just be careful. That's all I'm saying. It's getting a little bit stretched on the weekly chart as well, and then the monthly, it's been stretched for gosh, a year and a half. I mean, this thing just keeps going. When it gets stretched this far from the 20, it will come in the correction. I don't know how far it goes, but it will have a pullback eventually guys, and that's the move we want to catch. We play a lot of these high flyers all the time, and these things work out fairly well. So Nvidia, this thing's been a bull for a while, and upgrades galore. Like I said, stock of the year, news, all the good news all the time. Once in a while you get a pullback, but not a big deal. But right now guys, technically it is in a strong stance. It is more bullish, but be prepared for the rug pull if it happens. AMD now, let's go to the daily. This one's been a great trading vehicle guys. It's right back into this area, the 1421, which is the 618 retrace. It is the high pivot here, and it's trying to make it up. Let's see here. The volume was a little bit lighter on Friday, and it did stall out, but let's see if it closed. Looks like it closed right below this high pivot. So let's see if we could get some consolidation here, go sideways, and set up for the next move to the get back into this channel. Remember the channel, guys. This thing was going up, down, up, down, up. Thought it was going to break out right here. Came right back in, up, down, up, down. Thought it was making another charge here. It's pretty incredible, guys. I mean, this goes from 14.21 back down to 12.45. You know, a couple dollar move on a $12 stock. That's a great move for intraday trading, guys, or a couple day trade. Right back up to the 14.21 area. Next area of resistance will be 14.71, and then the big area up here, 15.60, 15.65, or double top. You'll be back into this channel too as well. Big area, guys, coming up if this thing can make it. Again, going into earnings, this thing can fly or it could drop. If it does get below the trend line for the bears and these moving averages, we're going right back down 1188, and I still think we can test the 12 area. If this thing goes higher, then you're looking at 16.13, $17, 17.76, and I think I have one more around 20 bucks. If it can get through this area, I mean, you got a lot of overhead resistance even at the 14.21 area, so watch for this, and that's why we're stalling out. You get a nice move from 12.65, clicks over a couple days, starts to make a move to 14.26 or so. People are taking profits, especially day traders. That's a 10% trade, guys. They're done, let it pull back, do it again, rinse and repeat. So right now, It's kind of a 50-50 shot. There's really no direction other than it's coming into the resistance. Let's see what kind of a pattern sets up here. Does it blast off, or does it pull back, or does it go sideways? We'll find out next week, guys, and we'll try to figure out where this one's going. But I had a nice run. Nice bearish pattern down here too, guys, which I'm surprised that didn't play out. So I think they got some news or something here. I mean, this thing's such a news-driven stock. That's why I don't trade it very often unless it gets to some key areas up in here or down at the $10 area to go long. So either way, guys, long or short, I don't really care. Just want to get in a good trade. Let's go into Tesla. So Tesla, guys, we had 3 million on the day, a little bit down, 11 cents red, no big deal. But this thing's going up, goes sideways here. This is a slight bullish pattern, but overall down, sideways, a little bit bearish. We did get back above the 50 and the 20 MA, so that makes it a little more bullish, but we are holding on to the 618 Fibonacci from this low point to this high point here. So that's what's holding this thing down. We have big resistance around 368.01, so if it does start to move up, watch for that to the 370 area. If it could crack through that on earnings, then of course is 390, 400 will be the next areas of resistance. If this moves lower on earnings, 50-50 shot, guys, or it starts slipping, gets back below the MAs, cracks this trend line, that's going to be the big trend line, guys, for the bulls. If it cracks that and you're bullish, you better tighten that stop, because we will be going down to the 20 MA, 311, and then double bottom here around 303. And I think if this thing continues going, you're going to be touching this pivot here. You're going to be going down to the 278, 75, and then ultimately filling this gap down here at 269. So again, higher, you're looking at 400, 390 resistance. Lower, you're looking at good 200 MA, 300 area for good support. If that cracks, it goes lower. Of course, if this cracks up here around 400, it's probably going higher, most likely. Gonna have big resistance up here, though, guys. Tesla, though, another news-driven stock. If Elon comes out and tweets everything's good, then we're going up. You know, you guys know the scenario, basically. Wait for Elon to tweet. That will give the direction of the stock. All news-driven, guys, all news-driven. And then with the light volume on the SPY and the IWM, these stocks can move whichever way possible. So weekly chart, you can see it a little bit better, these inside bars. We're still stuck in this inside bar here. Tried to make a move, came right back in, now stuck. This is down, sideways, and when you have an inside bar here and this closes a little bit lower down in this area, it's a little bit on the weak side. We still are above the 20, the 50, and the 200 bullish stance, but we are into the 618 retrace, and it is starting to set up in a bearish pattern. Even though we're at the all-time highs, guys, you got to watch these micro patterns. Macro, it's still bullish, you're still at the highs, chopping around, but you have a micro bearish inside bar inside a bar here. And this is a great retrace, guys. Right back up, comes right back in. I wouldn't doubt on earnings it comes back up and then the flush, but what do I know? It goes 50-50 on that, and who knows with Tesla. I guess they fired a bunch of people too as well, so how in the world are you going to build cars and you're in massive debt with Tesla? I don't know, guys. I've talked to a couple big players, and they just can't believe this stock's even up here. So anyways, you know, if you're long, tighten the stops. If you're short, just hold on. Eventually this one will be coming in. Just like the rest of them, guys. Monthly high flyers. Look how far we're away from the 20 MA, guys. 20 MA is at 264, so we're almost 100 points away. Eventually we will get a pullback, but the question is, does it pop up into the 400 area, and then we get it, and then the markets go? One more thing, guys. SPY. It's going to be a market trade. If this SPY continues to grind higher, these will most likely go higher. If the SPY, for whatever reason, starts to go lower, big task, guys, in these markets with the light volume, then all these high flyers will be coming in, so watch out for that. It will be a market trade going into options X. Should be an interesting week if we get some volumes in the market, or volume, and we'll take it from there. Well, hopefully this video helps some guys. Bull or bear, don't really care, just want to be on the right side of the trade. And guys, hopefully you're having a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. God bless. See you on the charts.